So I promised you two things: a quick tip and a funny story. So this window right here, this way, this window, this little bird feeder thing, it is a bird feeder, or birdhouse. The kids made it. It's pretty cool. It's more of a perch, that's what they use it as. But we've had a bird the last several days that will perch on that little bird house feeder thing, and every 5 to 10 seconds for prolonged periods of time will unperch and then fly face first into the glass, and then perch for just a few seconds and then try again, face first into the glass. And we'll do it like a dozen times until one of us walks over there to either scare the bird off or try to get a video of it, because every time I do that, it is the only time that it leaves and stops. But it's been doing that for several days. So it just made me think of ramming your head into a wall, or just trying the same thing over and over. I'm sure you've heard 100 times the definition of insanity is trying the same thing and expecting different results. This bird was insane for sure. But when it comes to dog training, sometimes we do this as well. Sometimes it's because it's the only idea that we have for creating a new or changing an old behavior with our dog, or maybe it's something that we've done many times before with other dogs and had success with. And I can speak from experience with this because we get dogs in, and oftentimes we have a particular way that we go about teaching a certain behavior or eliminating a certain behavior that has worked for dozens and dozens or hundreds of other dogs, but just isn't working for this particular dog. So we have to try something different. Even when we know we have a method that works, we have an idea that has been successful before, sometimes we have to just try something new. So my quick tip is, don't continue to bash your head against the wall if something isn't working. Try something new. Try something different with your dog, or with the dog that you're working with. Now, that, take into consideration, make sure that you're doing whatever it is you're trying to do correctly, and that you've done it at least consistently enough to get the idea, get the point across to your dog. So just because you've tried something a couple times and it hasn't worked doesn't mean that it won't work. But I've spoken with people who have been trying something for weeks or months consistently, and it's just not working. Cool, try something different. So if you're working with the trainer, make sure that before you change up what you're doing, that you talk with them. Make sure that if you change up what you're doing and you're just working on your own, just make sure that what you've been trying to implement, you've been doing consistently. And if you have, and it's not been giving you any better results, try something different. There are many, many, many correct ways to train a dog, ways that work, ways that you can be successful. There's not that many wrong ways to train a dog, in my opinion. But there are certain methods, practices, and things in regards to training dogs that don't work for every single dog. There's a lot of things that don't work for every single dog. So if something is not working for your dog, try something different. Stop banging your head against the wall.